Adam and Zach, welcome back. So tell us, what has changed since the last time each of you has sat in these chairs?
Well, I've gotten a lot worse at martial arts, and I bought a KitchenAid stand mixer. So
Oh.
I turned 30, and that hit me hard.
So wait, KitchenAid stand mixer is just with a whole bunch of spices on it?
No, it's the guy that like bakers use, where it's got the big bowl, and it flips down, and it mixes all of your stuff, so you don't have to hand mix it.
Oh, okay.
I got really lazy, but it's actually kind of life changing, man. I baked my first cake ever in my life for
Oh,
the first time recently.
okay.
Pretty cool.
All right. Zach, what's changed with you?
Uh, I'm a year older.
Yeah.
Getting hair in really weird places. Um, yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
You also had a surgery that we're gonna talk about later.
I did.
Okay, so for those who don't know you, just give us just tell us briefly who you are. Adam, you go first.
Yeah, my name is Adam. I am an accountant, I guess, first and foremost, is my background. I come here just to work out, really enjoy it, do a couple circuits, a little bit of sparring from time to time, poorly, tell my boss that I fell into a doorknob the next day at work, and get back and move on with the day.
I love it. Zach.
I'm Zach. I have been able to do martial arts for the last 15 years, 16 years. Um, it's a great outlet for me. I love it. I love being in this gym and working out with everyone by day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a medical professional, and by night, I do martial arts and attempt to break dance.
Nice. You attempt to break dance?
Yes,
I
poorly.
don't think I've ever. I like. Was that new?
No,
Oh,
it's just awful, so I don't do it.
I mean, I think my breakdancing would be worse than your breakdancing. I'm just saying.
You can
Well,
do a lot of stalls.
You have a built-in excuse too. Like,
Yeah.
we got nothing over here.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there could be some cool, like, if I was lighter, there'd be some cool breakdancing moves that I could do in the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, especially if I was like strapped in, like I could like literally like just put my wheel on the side and just spin.
Are you able to spin yourself pretty well, even in like not strapped into your wheelchair? Because don't you have a workout chair that you
Um,
just don't use?
oh, I have a sports wheelchair.
Mm.
But am I able to turn myself? Yeah. So breakdancing would probably happen in a sports chair, but the idea that I had, you wouldn't be able to do in a sports chair because you basically lay the the wheels on the ground, and because that's the only thing on the ground, my whole body could just spin
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
while sitting sideways,
Yeah.
essentially. But
Yeah.
I don't think I have the core muscles to be able to handle that or anything like that. So
You have to do a few more of our circuits.
yeah, few things I need to work on, I guess, to get there. Also, kicking is another thing I gotta work on.
You're getting better. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you got me a couple times.
Yeah,
Edit that out.
yeah. So if you weren't here today, where would you be?
What do you want me to say? Des Moines?
No,
Oh,
no,
like
no.
not like here in the moment.
I'm
Like,
sorry. Yeah.
oh no, my bad. But let's see. I'd probably be out hanging out with friends, like watching the World Cup. Still playing a lot of adult league soccer.
Nice.
I'm over 30 now, so I can join the over 30 leagues, which I'm terrified of, because if you're joining an over 30 league, that means that you're good enough to still actively be playing. But I'll take my trash 27, 28-year-olds over the people that are signing up for an over 30 league.
I imagine with soccer, a lot of people maybe get injured by the time of they're 30.
Yeah, a lot of them are 7v7 on a smaller field, and like even at the
Oh.
pros, like it's a sport that skews so young.
Yeah.
Like FC Cincinnati has a few players that have been called up recently, and they're doing really well, and they're like 24, and people are like, "Oh, well, imagine what he can grow into be." And it's like, well, no, this person's doing really well, but at 24, you are what you are.
Yeah, they're in their prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Zach, where would you be if we weren't here in studio?
Morocco.
Morocco.
Mhm.
You would be in Morocco. So
Yes.
so you canceled a flight to Morocco just for the pod? That's so nice of you.
Well, I'd like to be there.
Oh, okay.
Big difference.
Yeah, okay. If you could instantly master one skill, what would it be?
Oh, what? Martial arts because it's the first thing that came to mind because we were talking about it. No, I'd be the best accountant in the whole what? No, let me get really good at magic tricks.
Okay.
I can make so much money doing magic tricks, dude. Like David Blaine. David Blaine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a lot of theory around David Blaine? Do you guys think he's like kind of like voodoo, or do you think he does his magic that's explainable?
Oh no, like they all have a way to do it, but like you have to be so talented to be at that level. You have to be a showman.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you can run to the store and grab a couple fake props. It's like, no, you need to be able to tell a story. You got to be able to paint a picture. There's a lot you have to do.
And not just starve yourself like it did for that one stunt.
Yeah, he was at an ice thing for is that the stun, or was it
He
him
just
being
did
buried
something where
alive?
he starved himself
I
for like X amount of
I
time.
know that one.
I don't either. No, I assumed he didn't eat when he was like in an ice box for whatever. It was that.
Oh, that's probably was it. It's been like 20 years now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't really seen much of him recently in recent years. So,
Yeah,
anyway,
that's his best trick.
yeah. Anyway, I want to move on to Rob since he's our coach. What does he mean to you?
A lot. He's a really good guy. That's the thing that a lot of people who might not be as familiar with gyms might not have the inside look for. Like, think about any sport. A coach is everything. Like, they're there for you. You're talking after you train, like, just talking about life. Like, great guy teaching you things about, like, oh, this craft that you're practicing, teaching things about, like, you as a person. Like, I'm not young, but I'm still learning things about myself and about everyone else that I'm learning through Rob.
Yeah, Zach, how about you?
Mentor.
Mentor.
Um, yeah, just different things that we all have gone through in our life, like while we've been training. Just an ear, a mentoring force of just a way to think about things differently.
Yeah,
A way to come about a problem not from the way you've been trying to chip at it, but like, a different insight to a different approach.
yeah.
Mentoring, teacher, brother, friend, like all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's something Rob taught you outside of training, outside of MMA?
that I'm already this thing
Mm,
that I don't need to mold myself to what will make me successful. I'm already that thing. I have to just move with it and be like water.
mm,
Water fills the container that it's in
mm-hmm.
because it has no form and it adapts to everything.
Mm,
So just a reminder to, with your skills, with what I've practiced, adapt to what's in front of you because you have the tools to do said skill, said job, said like um said goal that you have to set out. You
mm-hmm.
just have to do it.
Yeah,
Those tools are there. You just have to not overthink and just flow with it.
yeah,
So, yeah, that reminder.
yeah. That's great.
Mine is what do you have to prove?
Mm,
And I say that in regards to me in my life. I'm a 30-year-old CPA. When I first came into this, I thought that, okay, maybe I'd be taking a fight or something like that if I got kind of good. I fell away from it for a little bit. What do I have to prove by doing that?
mm,
Like, I have a really good thing going. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I do a lot of stuff because I enjoy it. Why do you have to feel like you have to do something because someone else would think that it's cool? I think I'm a pretty cool guy.
mm,
I like what I do. I live at peace with a lot of the decisions I've made. Some of them are great decisions, some of them are not decisions, but they're decisions that I've made. They're life paths that I've taken. And all in all, you can look around, and I think all of us here have a pretty good life. And even if you don't always feel like you have a great life, you can sometimes look around and be like, but you know what? I have this going for me in my life. I have this friend. I have this person.
Yeah.
Focusing on the good things rather than how your life may view from someone external.
Mm. Yeah. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to others, but compare yourself to who you were yesterday.
Mhm.
It's a Jordan Peterson quote right there that has really stuck with me.
I don't know.
Also, the fact that we don't have to do this. We're not
Oh,
having to feed a family. We're not having to train to compete, to fight, to win money because we have to do this or else we
yeah.
suffer. We have the choice to do this. Not a lot of people do,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
And that the fact that we're healthy to do it, I think is, you know, says a lot that you choose to put yourself through this because it's for you.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
you want to be better than you were yesterday. Like, that's my biggest goal.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know who said it, but someone said it, and it stuck with me. It said, "Every day I want to wake up and I want to get a little better than I was the day before. I want to take a few steps forward.
Yeah.
Sometimes I take steps back. Sometimes I have a day that like sets me back, and I'm like, I didn't get better today. I did something that was worse. I was mean to a friend. I said something I shouldn't have. But over the course of my life, I've had a lot more days where I've stepped forward than stepped back, and I think that's the sign of living a pretty good life."
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because I think in my earlier adult life, learning how to forgive myself for those mistakes was a really important life lesson. Because it's like, yep, you failed, and I'll a very common trend that I do is I just spiral. Like, I'd beat myself up and be like, "Ah, screw this," and then I'd screw the next thing, and then the next thing, and then it just it just was a chaotic spiral, and, like, it's interesting because I grew up playing wheelchair sports my entire life, and one of the things that I had a coach always do is this, and it basically when we were playing basketball, it was flush it because I'd miss a shot and be like, "Gosh darn it, ah!" And he'd always ask, "What's the score?" And if you didn't say 0-0, like, you know, that was a that was a big thing. So
Man, where were those coaches when I was playing sports like
yeah,
that?
yeah,
I loved when coaches would tell us you have to have short term memory. And that applies to life. It's
it
like you need
does.
to have short term memory. Something bad happens, remember it. Don't let it happen again. Learn from your mistakes, but don't dwell on it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's in the past. It happened. We can move forward from it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's interesting now that I'm thinking about it, of like I was able to do that in sports, but I wasn't able to do that in life until much later. And I'm curious what that disconnect in my head was. I don't know, but just observation, I guess. Does I'm curious. I can't think of it, but I'm gonna ask this anyway. Does Rob have a saying or something he says a lot?
I didn't teach you that.
Yeah,
That's not how I taught you. I'm
that's
like,
true.
no, no, that's not how you taught me. Would you mind showing me how you taught me that?
Yes.
He's big on that one.
Yeah, and it's funny because like, I'll be, we'll be doing, like, forehands or something like that, and as soon as Rob looks over, I'll be like, "Yeah, I know, I did do it like this, Rob," and he's like, "I didn't say anything."
He says it with his eyes.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
he
got
does.
that look, and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That's not how you taught me how to do that."
Yes. Rob's voice is in our head even when he's not present, so Zach, do you have one that you can think of? Again, I couldn't, so
Don't let it happen again.
don't let it
Yeah.
You
happen.
see how that happened? Don't let it happen again.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Um, what's do do you think people misunderstand Rob?
In what regard? Because I think the people, like, that we are here with are a pretty tight-knit community.
Yeah.
I think we all know him pretty well. He can be kind of intimidating at first just because he's so good at his craft.
And
Yeah.
hyped up about what he does.
Oh,
Yeah.
very much. But I feel like everyone who's been able to give him a chance is able to learn very quickly. Great guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I've talked about this with others on the podcast, but one thing that I really appreciate is like his like people come here to escape from their own lives in some aspects, and like like it's like a big family of like non-judgmental people, let's say, and that's really awesome. So, okay. Anything else about Rob that you want to mention to tell everybody who he is or anything like that?
Just say thanks, coach.
Thanks, coach. Your Korean barbecue ribs are fire.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
he's nice with that.
Okay, so let's do a quick update on your lives. So, Zach, tell me about your ankle surgery.
Went well, no hitches. Still doing my physical therapy for that. Kind of messed up my back after it because my body was so wonky. Didn't
Mhm.
realize it. Kind of got set back to normal after my ankle surgery, which kind of showed me where my back was off
Mm.
balance. So strengthened that all up. But it's going well, learning about my body. And yeah, just at the realization that for the longest time, my hips were kind of out of alignment.
So that wasn't even a situation where you tweaked your back because you were compensating for your ankle. Like that was something that was already there that just happened to be at the same time unknown.
And tweaked it because I wasn't doing something right. And I was, more or less,
Ooh.
you know, my hip was one way, the other hip was the other way. And
Uh,
then it kind of got set back to normal. Right. And
uh-huh.
then I started working out like I was. And then, like, this side got a little injured because it was normal, not used to being normal. So now it's like, okay, well, let's get this side strong. So,
Uh,
yeah, but it's going well.
I wonder if I have that from playing tennis, since all my strokes are one-handed backhand, one-handed forehand, all that,
No
like
matter what
one-handed
you do,
serve,
yeah,
everything.
if you do something unilaterally, you will build muscle memory to where that just gets strong to that side.
Yeah,
So, yeah, most likely.
yeah.
So in order to reach across your body, like do you have a backhand that just doesn't reach as far or do you have to switch hands? Are you pretty ambidextrous when you play?
Yeah, no, I'm not ambidextrous. You don't switch hands. I mean, generally the ball goes too fast, right? And
Okay.
and, and you don't have time. So yeah, it's
Well, maybe when you play tennis, I'm not very good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You do have to reach across the body, but I mean, it's all about chair angle, right? Like you want to typically what I tell the beginners is you want to be a 45-degree angle for the forehand, 45-degree angle for the backhand, and that works. And then there's different mobility techniques that you can do if the ball's coming at you and all that to get into to the right position. So
Also picked up pickleball.
yeah,
Yeah,
play.
huge fan.
Do you play pickleball, Adam?
I played pickleball once a year at a corporate event. I'm not a big pickleball guy because I can get kind of competitive and I want to just kill the ball. I want to
Yeah.
hit the ball really hard, and you can't do that in pickleball. You just got to dink it over the net. Just dink it
Yeah.
over. Stay out of the kitchen. No, the kitchen is the best room of the house. Like you can tour like a small apartment that doesn't have a living room or something like that. It's always got a kitchen.
We could totally bring like like caution tape and put two chairs next to each other and play pickleball in the parking lot during one of the cookouts if we really wanted to.
Do you still want to be friends?
Um yeah,
Because I get really competitive.
yeah, I mean if you think you can beat me.
Oh, so it's like that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean as long as you don't care about losing, I'm good to play with you.
Oh, did you hear that?
I think I'd rather do a circuit, guys. Like I'm just gonna start grabbing the mace and swinging it around.
All right then.
You can your pickleball paddle could be the 10-pound mace.
Yeah, no. If I hit a bad shot, like someone else might feel that mace.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so real quick, let's go back to the ankle surgery, Zach. What happened to cause the ankle surgery?
Just playing soccer all my life. I would always sprain my ankles and didn't think anything of it, and did it really bad a bunch of times, didn't think anything of it. Did it once in high school where I cleared myself to go back to playing rather than my athletic trainer.
Oh, no.
Shout out to Milhaney. That was a dumb move on my part. So re-injured it. Had to go through like my physical therapy all again. Never was the same. Kept re-spraining it. Um, Finally re-sprained it like a couple years ago, really bad. Where I was like, all right, this has got to stop. Like
Uh,
something's wrong. And
mhm.
went to the doc, got like all my imaging, and They're like, "Yep, you need surgery." So what happens was, you have 2 motions in specific, with the ankle that are, um, detrimental to it. It's called inversion and eversion. You got all kinds of other motions. Um, the degrees of freedom there because it's a movable joint are a lot, but, moving your foot inwards is called inversion,
Mhm.
moving it outwards is eversion. Going into eversion is
Why it's not called out version is beyond me.
Latin.
Yeah.
There's more tensile ligaments that keep it from going into eversion, but inversion you have only one ligament and it looks like an M, and it's attached just like that from like the outside of your ankle bone, the head of your fibula, or your lateral malleolus to your talus. And what it does is if any one of those come off, your ankle is just more mobile, right?
Ah,
Well, when I did it I don't even know what time, like, it felt crappy the whole time, you know?
uh-huh.
One of those ligaments came off, so in surgery, they had to go back in and reattach that. What
Uh,
comes from that is, like, the muscles on the outside of your ankle that kinda move it to the outside, they're called your peroneal group.
mhm.
Um, that tendon was so pissed off, so to speak, from it being inverted so quickly
Uh-huh.
that they had to go in and shave pieces off.
Ooh.
It's just called debridement. You can debride a lot of things with any type of like medical procedure, but yeah, debride, reconstruction, and because it was all what's called arthroscopic, they put 2 holes in the joint and then put a camera and some tools in there, and it's like a video game.
Mhm.
Um, I had to do stuff to rehab the outside of my ankle, which got a really cool scar.
Okay.
Can I show you?
I've got a couple cool scars. No, not right now.
Okay. And then,
That'll take too long.
okay, well, the front of my ankle had a hole in it from where they had to, like, put the camera in, so, yeah, I had to rehab all that. Everything turned out fine. Ankle's back to normal. Like, I don't even know what normal was till now. I'm like, "Wow, that usually would hurt. Now it doesn't." I
Nice.
usually would step like this and be unstable and fall, but, hey, like, this is solid. So,
Great.
yeah, getting back to all of this and then, just taking it easy 'cause I had other injuries, but
So you mentioned physical therapy.
yeah.
What percent recovery would you say you are right now?
Oh, probably 97, just because 'cause I'm hesitant about, like, doing everything else from, like, my past experiences, but that's all mental.
Yeah.
And, that's a big thing that plays into, like, sports medicine too is, the psychological part of coming back from an injury.
Yeah.
He's back to whooping me at grappling, so he better be somewhere above 80%. I'll bet you that right now.
Well, you guys both play soccer. That is definitely not a sport that I ever did growing up.
What do you mean?
Elaborate.
Well, see, I have this birth defect. It's called spina bifida and paralyzed me. And yeah. Anyway, so Adam, actually, one other question for you, Zach. If someone were to go through what you're going through, what you went through with the surgery, what advice would you give them?
Be patient
Hmm.
because it's your base. Your feet, your base, like, your movement. Be patient. Like, don't rush it. Don't, you know I did it in the summer
Yeah.
when you're supposed to be outside enjoying the weather.
Mm,
I did it like that because I didn't want to be slipping around on crutches on ice in the winter. So I was like, this is what needs to happen is just to be patient
mm.
and have someone cooking for you because it's going to be real not fun standing in front of the stove needing to cook stuff and
Yeah.
needing stuff. Like,
You can sit down and cook. Like, Zach, you're a pretty good cook. Like,
Yeah. Had a couple horror stories, but yes.
yeah, I was not patient. So,
Yeah.
but it turned out fine.
But you also used, you put your knee on a knee scooter or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I had a knee scooter. You gave me a wheelchair to borrow,
A
which
hospital
was fun.
wheelchair, yeah.
You might have some cutaways you can put on this podcast later of me and you in the
That's true.
wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean worked out perfect just to move around the gym. You know,
Yeah,
just
okay.
patience. You'll find the little hacks of like this works for me, this doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
You know, so
So another, I guess, interesting question, you were talking about cooking, and I'm using a wheelchair. Why didn't you use a wheelchair instead of the knee scooter?
I used the knee scooter. It was just tough to the French term's mise en place.
Okay.
You cut up all your ingredients and set it aside. It just means prepare in place.
Uh-huh.
I would do that, but I'd run out of room and then I'd
Uh-huh.
get pissed off. I was like, "Where is that thing?" And like, when I cook, it's just very like methodical because I got to get it done and you
Yeah.
know, uh, put it in containers so I can move about my day. But
Yeah.
it's like, I got nothing going on. I just had surgery,
Okay.
so
Alright, alright.
Driving me crazy. I love cooking. Like I think I said earlier, I baked my first cake. I'm not a big baker because I love to freestyle when I'm
yeah,
doing anything. It's
yeah.
almost like artistic. It's freedom. You can cook and be like, no, I want to throw in a red bell pepper, or no, let's like do something different with our onions. You
Mhm.
start just messing around with how much flour you're putting in something. You're not baking. You're just creating a monstrosity.
It's chemistry, man. You can't.
You guys might be surprised by this, but I hate cooking.
Really, you're a pretty good cook though.
I like grilling and smoking, and that's it.
I've had your brisket before. That's, what I was thinking of. I put that under the cooking umbrella. My
Yeah.
bad on that,
Well
chief.
well, no, I suppose grilling and smoking is under the cooking umbrella, but generally speaking, everything else in the kitchen, like, I hate doing.
So, what if you're making your own barbecue sauce? Because that's not on the grill. That's involves a stove typically because you gotta heat everything up to meld it, but that's
Mhm.
going for something grilling. Do you
So
do that?
so I will mix things together. I actually have, what I put on the ribs is half, like, natural honey. My dad has beehives, and so I use his honey, and then half barbecue sauce. And, that is just ugh, it's amazing when you put those 2 ingredients together. But and I'll cut up, like, asparagus, they need the ends cut off or whatever, like, I'll do stuff like that, but
But do you like doing it?
no.
See?
No, it's a means to an end.
Dude, it
But
sucks sometimes, but, like, you just if I can plan it out a couple days in advance, I'm like, "Alright, I know I need this, but I got this amount of time," like, the prepping of, like, asparagus or, like, cutting up onions fine,
Yeah.
like
are we gonna bounce right past that bees thing, by the way? Your dad, has
yeah.
bees?
Yeah.
What's
That
the term for that again? Not a beekeeper.
Beekeeper?
What's the other word?
I I don't know.
professional beekeeper, but, is it can you taste a difference between natural honey and store-bought honey? Really?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. So store-bought honey is, it's a lot more processed than, like, natural honey. Um, I don't know exactly what their process is, but, like, with bees, like, my dad will sometimes give us bees with the wax or the honey with the wax in it.
Oh,
And then, there's propolis as well that, like, if, it's supposed to, like, be, like, good for your teeth and mouth if you just chew on propolis and
gotcha. So it's just, not necessarily processed, just refined a lot more
yes.
out of the store. Okay,
Yeah.
because I was thinking, "Oh,
The
is it
wax
honey
is
honey?"
the honeycomb, right?
Yeah, the
Okay.
honeycomb,
Yeah.
the honeycomb is the wax. Propolis, I don't remember. I think it's tastes it's waxy, but I don't know exactly what propolis is, but propolis is good for chewing on.
Mm.
And helps with your gums and teeth and all that. So he's also into bee sting therapy.
Ooh,
So he does a lot of things that are like natural health. And so like if you have a joint that is like sore or whatever, or like you have arthritis, he thinks that if you sting that area, it'll that that venom will help in some ways.
Well, yeah, because it does bring, like, inflammation to the site, which brings, like, the other healing chemicals, so,
Yeah,
like, I could see that,
yeah,
but at, like, what rate?
yeah,
makes a lot more sense to me than other, like, dumb things we've done, like leeching or bloodletting or anything like that. Like, that actually tracks. I am not a doctor, I would not do it.
yeah,
Like, I'll pop my ibuprofen and call it a day.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not. So when my parents were on, I tell a story about, or we share a story about me getting attacked by what I thought at the time was bees, and they were actually yellow jackets. So they're yellow jackets, hornets, one of those. I don't know. I was too young to know, but
Like, does your brain block that out? Like, that sounds traumatic, man. Like,
uh,
hornets are big and scary. I don't
n-
think I've ever been stung by one.
no, I remember it very distinctly. And it's funny because it happened in, I don't know, third or fourth grade, let's say. No, probably sooner than that, second or third grade, let's say. And I my parents actually tell it differently than I do. Like, they remember it differently, and there were a lot of stories from my childhood that I remembered in a different way than they did, and it was kinda cool to hash that out on the podcast, so
Yeah.
You must have some really healthy joints then if you were getting stung by all those hornets.
yeah, well, I did, fall asleep after, and in hindsight, my mom says that was probably a bad idea to let me fall asleep, but it's parenting is tough and you make errors along the way. So
Every day, just take a couple, just go a little bit forward.
yeah, rolling forward. I like it. Okay, Adam. I want to get into your recent weight loss competition. Can you talk about that?
Oh yeah. My company is a company that's grown a lot in a really short amount of time. And so how the company weight loss challenge was structured was everyone puts in $20 payout to the winner, company matches it. Okay, cool. When you have like, 5, 10 people in the weight loss challenge, that's all super grand. The grand prize is over $1,000 now.
Wow.
So that's a lot of money. How much money? Enough for me to lose 38 pounds in 10 weeks.
Wow. So, okay, I didn't think it was possible, knowing your physique already, to be able to lose 38 pounds, let alone win this challenge. So, can you tell us what your weight was and what?
Yeah, so the starting weight was as engineered as the ending weight. I was eating a lot of junk food leading up to that first weigh in. So, hey, buddy, championships are won in the off season, okay? So, I actually put on probably about 10, 15 pounds more than what I'm typically walking around weighing in the couple of weeks leading up to the start of that because it's by percentage of weight lost. So, like, I typically will walk around somewhere between 175 and 180, somewhere like that. Even before this, I was probably leaning a little bit closer to the 180 side. Uh, Ate a lot of junk food, cut a little bit of cardio out. I stepped on the scale week one at 193 point some change.
Okay.
And then I got down over the course of 10 weeks to 153.2. So I made lightweight.
Wow.
I made a lightweight. 155 is lightweight in mixed martial arts. I made it. I did it.
Wow. So, let me ask you this. So, did you stop lifting while you're going through that
Oh,
challenge
no.
too?
No, I was still lifting. I did a little bit more cardio. I cut down on lifting, like, maybe a little bit, but, I mean, I didn't wanna lose that much, like, muscle
Yeah.
mass because, like, it's the company weight loss challenge at the end of the day. Uh,
Yeah, don't take it too
but, like,
serious.
hey, brother, I was walking around in a sauna suit on a treadmill, spraying a literal spray bottle of water into my mouth down the stretch
Oh
there.
my
I was
god.
doing our circuits in a sauna suit with the hoodie on over it. Like,
Wow.
dude, like, that's a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie, and plus, I don't like to lose.
Yeah.
So I put my mind out to something, I'm not gonna lose it. Like, I think the final tally was a little bit over 20% of my body weight. It's like 20.02% of my body weight was lost over 10 weeks. It was
Mm.
righteous, man. It was righteous. The nice thing about like train here is that even though I don't compete, we're surrounded by people that have had to go through these weight losses sometimes. So like, we know all the tricks in the book
Yeah,
and
right.
we know how to do it safely. So unhealthy for me to lose that much amount of weight. This is not an endorsement by any means. Like, oh, we want to get healthy for the company. No, this was the most unhealthy thing I've done in my life, far and away, bar none. But unhealthy, but safely losing it. I didn't lose so much weight that I was having to go to the hospital. I don't think I messed up my kidneys for life. We'll see what that does later.
Well, yeah,
Didn't
but
go hyperkalemic.
I
yeah.
don't even know what that word is, so I probably didn't even get there.
But you also, speaking of unhealthy, like you were talking about spraying a spray bottle in for final weight. You didn't drink water for a
Only for
time.
like the last 36 hours. So what I did was I filled a little spray bottle, probably about like 8 to 10 tablespoons worth or something like that. Put in a little spray bottle, and while I was, walking around doing my last treadmill walks in the sauna suit, while I was doing everything, if I ever started to get a little thirsty, I would just trick my brain into thinking I was drinking a lot of water by putting a couple sprays in my mouth.
Oh,
Because, like, at that point, you're also cutting water weight.
yeah.
So, I mean, after I got off the scale, I drank 2 liters of water right away. I ate a 36-ounce bag of trail mix, like, in the one day after that. Like, I gained back probably about 15 pounds in the next 24 hours.
Wow.
Like, it might have been closer to, like, 10 to 12 pounds, but it was a substantial amount of, bounce back.
Wow.
What
That
was the first meal that you ate after that?
A 36-ounce bag of trail mix.
Meal, not snack.
I don't know if I've eaten a healthy meal since. No, I don't know. Like, I meal prepped a lot of potatoes that week to fill me
Yeah.
up. So a whole lot of potatoes and chicken, and which sounds like, oh, big bro bodybuilder. No, I'm not like a steak and potatoes guy, but like I knew that after that, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna need something carby, dense, protein, like just get something in me.
yeah. I fasted just a water fast for 7 days, and
Wait, how much water did you have during those 7 days?
oh, I just that was all I had is water. No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
So I fasted with with drinking only water.
oh, gotcha. Oh,
Yeah.
how long can you go without eating?
I mean, you can go a long time if you supplement with vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. So, um, I mean, I don't know. There's a celebrity that said he didn't eat for like I I I don't know, like
Well,
what
was it a
30 days?
celebrity who was just prominent in the 80s?
Was it
No,
David Blaine?
no, no. It was I want to say like Jonah Hill or somebody like that.
That tracks.
Somebody that was bigger and just lost weight over time. So, oh yeah. But yeah, so the other question that I wanted to ask, what did you eat during that time?
Um, I just cut back a little bit on the amount of calories I was eating for like the first 8 weeks of it. For the last 2 weeks is when I really was like, okay, this is when we're cutting back on like the seasonings on stuff because seasoning is sodium dense,
Uh,
and sodium helps you makes you retain water weight.
Did you cook stuff without sodium though?
Yeah, no, I wasn't. The last week I didn't
Yeah.
even put salt on like the ground turkey.
Yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
rough. Like
wow.
people that are like, oh, bodybuilders or these guys are eating stuff without even salt. Like that's miserable. They're not doing that up until like the very, very end.
Yeah. Water follows salt, so like it's always just in the periphery, like
Oh,
outside your arteries. Like, if you eat a big salty meal, you can kind of see how you're bloated from that.
yeah.
That's because water follows salt. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
It's
Hmm.
Uh,
polar.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you ate a lot of chicken or ground chicken and all those things.
Yeah. I mean, I eat healthy all the time, but I do like to cook, like I mentioned earlier. So I
Yeah.
normally make a lot of really good meal prep. It was eating very lean for 10 weeks.
Got it.
Mm.
Okay. And very lean. How many calories would you say?
I was probably starting off around 1,800 calories because remember, I still do a lot of two-a-days still. I do my strength training in the morning, some cardio. I come here in the evening sometimes. So
Yeah.
1,800 calories was already a pretty sharp deficit, but like I was getting down to, I think, under 1,500 towards the end there.
Oh wow. Did you notice that you lost muscle during that time too?
I think I did. Yeah, I was definitely less strong in the
Mhm.
gym. And
Feel
like
that.
when I first started working out more regularly, You're very slow to notice changes in your body because you see yourself in the mirror every day. It's over a gradual period. Like when you first start going to the gym and lifting weights, it takes a while before you really notice.
Mhm.
I noticed pretty much day by day as I was just cutting weight because your muscles would be popping out more. It looks like you have bigger muscles just because you have less around them. But
Right.
like it was like visibly like, oh wow, yeah, I am really lean right now, and I can tell this is not what I looked like 2 days ago,
I
2 weeks ago, et cetera, et cetera.
Is your Instagram public?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well,
I
it
can give it a plug. That's CoyneAdam, CoyneAdam.
yeah, and he has some crazy before and after pictures if you guys wanna go check him out. It's like, yeah, it is interesting how you look more ripped in those skinnier photos
Mhm. Less
because you don't have
drawn, like, it's a very weird thing because, like and
Mhm.
being that lean was miserable. I'm
Yeah,
not doing it again even if for another $1,000 next year,
yeah. What did you learn?
that I need to eat more than 1,500 calories a day when I'm doing 2 a days.
I mean, but, like, was there ever a time that you were like,
I was getting brain fog, buddy.
"Yeah, okay." But was there ever a time that you're like, "Oh, man, like, I can't do this?" Did you prove to yourself anything that, like, "Oh, I can do
I
this?"
never thought that I couldn't do it.
Okay.
I mean, I put my mind to it.
Yeah,
I knew I could do it. I know what others are capable of. I know what I'm capable of. Like, I
yeah,
know that I'm capable of winning. If I put my mind to something, then I can learn and do it. It's not like I'm starting from a behind spot than everyone else where, oh, maybe I couldn't be Beethoven. Maybe I couldn't be the greatest piano player because I didn't grow up playing piano.
right,
I could pick it up right now and get pretty good if I wanted to. But for
right.
something like a 10-week weight loss challenge where it's percent of your body weight, everyone's starting from the same place.
Yeah, yeah. That's
No one had
interesting.
any advantages, and when we're all coming from an even playground, if you
Mhm.
want something, you can go and get it.
Yeah. So the question I proposed to you when I heard about this and we were talking is, I'm fat. You were starting at fairly skinny. What do you think? If I followed maybe the same regimen or even probably cut, I if I were doing it, I'd probably cut back to like 500 calories or less.
What, eating 500 calories a day?
Yeah,
If
like
you're eating only 500 calories a day, you're not gonna be able to work out hard enough.
yeah. Okay. So if I cut back on let's say if I did something similar that you did, I think I would, in order for me to win, I think I'd have to cut back even less calories than you. But do you think it's easier for a bigger person to win this competition or someone that started off in like your position?
If you are a larger person to begin with, this was done by percentage of body weight.
Yep.
So you have I shouldn't say you because you're selling yourself like short. You're fine. Uh,
I am diagnosed morbid obese. No, it's okay. I appreciate the
yeah.
compliment, but I yeah,
You have or someone in that situation would have more that they're able to lose, but they would have to lose more of that in order to get there.
right.
I do think that it probably would be easier because you don't have to worry about losing muscle mass, which is denser
Yeah.
than fat. But again, I do not know. I'm not trying to say that it would be easier for someone and I'm just that much better. No, I do not know.
Zach, Doctor Zach. No, I'm kidding. He's in the medical field. But what is your thoughts on that?
I mean, I've had to do it too. Like, I've not taken it to the extremes of that, but it's over time that you're
Yeah.
doing that, and it's all mental. Like, he said 10 weeks. I've done it where it was like 3 months, 4 months, and incrementally you're taking it down. Where,
Hmm.
yeah, you're doing like 500 calories towards the end. Like, I used to just eat like a handful of almonds sometimes for dinner.
Yeah.
Whether it was like trying to make weight for a fight or like trying to make weight for a tournament, so I
Mhm.
wouldn't get, the crap kicked out of me just because I would cut that weight and then I would gain, like what, 5, 6 pounds back once weigh-ins were done because then I would have to like keep taking in carbs again,
Yeah.
carbs and then healthy fats to like train or to compete. Um, it's healthy if you do it in the right way.
Yeah.
It's not healthy if you do it in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like that, because it's such a shock to your body. Like it's used to operating on these metabolic systems that once those are like not enacted or you're trying to like stifle them or shut them off, it's such a shock to your system that doesn't know what to do,
Yeah.
and like I was saying hyperkalemia, when you're cutting like that much weight really in a short period of time from like, you know, water, food, and you're having to like amp up your exercise, um, your body's like craving these things and it needs these things to operate. And, if you're going without food or water for like 3 days, it's called a serum level. Um, Everything that you've been taking in fluid wise is now not diluted anymore because of the fluid you've been taking in. You've cut that fluid. So it's now become super concentrated. So
Mhm.
like all these chemicals in your body that start to like build up, that usually are pushed out with like water intake just build up there. And it
Mm.
affects your heart, it affects your liver, it affects your kidneys, it affects everything, your brain. It was funny because in Zoolander they always talked about like male models being stupid, you know,
Yeah.
maybe that's the case. I don't know. But like when you are cutting that much weight, you do get brain fog because you don't have like that metabolic system's not there to like sustain, healthy brain activity
Mm.
either. So, you know, I've had to do that. It's not fun. And
Yeah.
I'm happy you did it for that one time,
Yeah.
people who do it all the time, like bodybuilders, mixed martial artists, like anyone who has to cut weight, like it's a mind game, man. It like messes with your mind so much.
Yeah.
So
Did you have any like mental, like just inner turmoil struggles of like, oh, I should stop doing this or anything like that?
I didn't really get any anxious tendencies. I did have a lot of mental fog.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
There is a lot of mental fog, but being surrounded by other people who have been in the same position, you know what to expect. And again, you know how to do it more safely than what someone going in blind might do.
Yeah.
Like you can go online and hear about like high schoolers being like, "Oh, I can't afford a sauna suit which costs $12. I'm going to use a trash bag."
Yeah.
That's dumb. Don't do that. We're surrounded by, people who literally get paid to do this.
Yeah.
So I did have that advantage going for me.
Okay. I'm sure if somebody caught this, they're probably curious about this too. You said people will train wearing a trash bag to lose the water weight,
Yeah, so
and that's dangerous, of course.
that is dangerous. Do not do that. Like sauna suits, how they work are they trap your body heat in, so you sweat a lot more. It is not long term sustainable weight loss of burning fat per se. Sauna suits are great for turning up the temperature surrounding your immediate body so you sweat a lot more,
Mm,
so you lose a lot of water weight.
okay.
Um, Sauna suits are designed in a way where your body can still breathe
Okay.
and be safely. I don't know the exact science behind it, but a trash bag does not have that
Breathability.
safeguard. I don't know if it's breathability. I don't know what it is, but something about how that trash bag retains your body heat
Oh,
makes it unsafe.
maybe too much. Like it extracts the water, and your water becomes the insulation to keeping more heat in
That
or
could be it because
something.
maybe a trash bag sticks to you more. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what it is. I'm not sure of the science, but you hear the horror stories of kids training in trash bags and whatnot instead of a sauna suit,
Yeah.
and that is what will mess up your kidneys.
Interesting.
And a tournament when you're 12 years old, 15 years old is not worth messing your kidneys up for life.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well, to move on, Adam, how does it feel to be Cincinnati's newest celebrity with our short that we just did that we did what 3 months ago?
Now,
I don't know.
define celebrity. Like I don't know where we're going with this.
So I asked before the podcast how many views you think it has, and well, not
And
not how
and
many
which
views,
and which one is this?
if you know how many views it has. And you said no. It is the Guess the Wheelchair User Kick Edition.
Ooh, okay. Spoiler alert. I don't think that I was the wheelchair user in that one.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, you were.
Well, we were both in a wheelchair at one point.
Oh. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
everyone had to guess between the two of us, right?
I I instantly looked at Zach because he's the only other one that's been in those workout videos, and I'm like, wait, yeah, that's fair. You guys will have to watch it and guess who the
Okay.
wheelchair user is.
Is this the time to pause to put a cutaway in the podcast?
Yeah, I'll probably
Actually, no. Go find it yourself so we can drive up these views even more.
Yeah,
yeah,
go find it yourself.
Yeah.
Is it pinged to your profile?
it's pinned to my profile. Yeah.
Okay.
Rollingforward.printful.me.
Oh, and it's on Instagram. So the short is on Instagram, pinned to my profile. That's where it got the traction for the views.
Oh no.
And my question is, how many views do you think it's at? Both of you.
No,
It's a question to both.
once I did have a buddy text me because it showed up on their For You page,
Nice.
and he wasn't expecting it. He was like, Adam, what? How many views? I don't know, like maybe a couple thousand, like 3,500.
Okay, Zach, how many do you think?
257K.
You are both shorts by
Whoa.
by a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, I
guess I'm
gotta
not
show
cool.
my
I
face.
don't know
Okay.
anything about the internet.
Okay, 275, triple that, like 750,000.
Do you have another guess?
Is he hot or cold?
I'm not gonna.
Is it more than that? Is it more than 1,000,000?
No.
Oh, okay.
575K.
Price is Right rules. Adam wins, but you're closer. It's at 500K. Basically on
Well,
the
I
dot.
think that would mean that actually neither of us win.
Well, yeah, because you guessed under, and so if you guess $1,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
win on the Price is Right, and because Zach went over,
I think I said 750.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But still, this is about
No, I thought you said
500,000.
two. Wait, no, that was your first guess. Anyway, yeah.
You're the worst Drew Carey ever.
I know, right? I would be a horrible Price is Right host.
I told you should have bought skinny mics.
Yeah. But the one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up is one, it's super cool that it hit that many. And that's not even the most views that I've gotten out of the short. It's I think number 2 or number 3. But one of the really interesting things is the comment section, and there were so many comments, so many shares, so many likes, and a common theme with the comments was he kicked it. He kicked it. He actually kicked it. And people were like celebrating that. There were like, I don't know. I don't know what the percentages were, but there were people that were responding like, "Oh, I it's too similar to tell," and stuff like that. That was quite funny, but it was fascinating to me to to see the amount of people who celebrated me actually kicking the mitt.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know what that says.
Do you mean that in a way where you were fascinated and overjoyed and that so many people were celebrating your accomplishment, or were you more of like, no, guys, like people in wheelchairs can still typically feel our legs?
Yeah, there's levels to it depending on like the disability. Like there's levels to it depending on the disability. Like I
There-
think most people are just not cognizant of.
There are, and I think there was maybe the shock factor that like the video that I think popularized that trend from within the disability community was like a girl and a guy in an electric wheelchair. She's standing up, and then it switches, and he's just laying flat on the ground. And it's hysterical because I think maybe the shock factor of like I was actually standing
Yeah.
first and foremost, but my sentiment was basically like it was shocked that people were celebrating like I'm just like I'm literally kicking for the first time ever, and people are like, "Yeah, you did it!" Like celebrating just me trying, I guess. I
People are good. Like, that's something you learn. Like, people like to see other people succeed. Like, we're community creatures from
yeah.
the onset.
Mhm.
People are good.
Yeah. And it obviously it did way better than the guess the wheelchair punching edition that we did.
Have you ever posted the one of me kicking you in the chest?
I I think I posted a collage of that. I
You
don't
need to just post that one, the raw version. Like, don't even put an edit on it.
I
Like,
I posted the Superman punch, of course, me getting punched in the face by you when I was supposed to block it, but
what you asked me to do.
I did, yes. But I think what I expected from the comments is everyone just putting out laughing emojis and stuff like that, or like stupid stuff like, "Oh, it's too hard to tell," and all that. And I was surprised by the volume of comments that were actually celebrating me kicking, not laughing at the humor.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It was interesting. I love it. It's great. But somebody there was one comment that was like, um, I don't know. I think when people were celebrating, there was one comment that was like, I'm so proud that you were able to kick it," or I don't know, something along those lines. And my response back was like, this is my first time trying to kick. Like it was a horrible kick. I fell on the floor, all that, and it was like it's just
Even
to
with
me
that, I'll disagree. Like, you got pretty up there. Like, it's
it did.
something that everyone else was right. It
Yeah.
is something that was really cool to see.
Yeah, to me, it was like it was nothing to celebrate, and it was interesting to see other people celebrate it. So, Zach, were you gonna say something? No,
No.
okay. All right. Anyway, interesting. I should have brought a couple comments to read from that, but I could pull it up, but I'm not going to. Okay, let's move on to gym stories. Um, so, what is the funniest thing you've seen happen, or one of the funniest things you've seen happen in the gym?
Me
What?
punching you in the face.
That
I
was
wasn't there for that though.
Ooh, find the
uh,
video on Rolling Forward's Instagram page or
yeah,
on YouTube page.
yeah. Rolling forward, um, yeah. That was hysterical, and it was funny your reaction. It was
Well,
it,
because you told me you were gonna block it. You
it,
had both hands up.
people knew it wasn't it wasn't like doctored or whatever staged because of your reaction. Like you had your mitts on and you're like
I You can see that I was absolutely mortified, and you can sort of tell that I'm not gonna say I pulled the punch, like, as it started to get through your mitts, I was able to loosen up a little. You still got punched, dude. Like,
yeah.
you still got punched in the face. I think your glasses came off.
They went above on my forehead and they didn't break. So proud of that. I didn't break anything from it or anything like that. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun times.
That could have been bad for your nose, like,
It could have been. The good news is my health issues that I'm having with my head. The doctors don't think it's related. So
oh, yeah, thank you. Okay, good.
I was talking to Zach on the phone after updating him on the doctor, and he goes, "Did you tell him you got punched in the face a couple months ago?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I didn't even think of that, or that being the cause of
Did
the
you show
issue."
the doctor the video? You could have gotten a new subscriber.
I might have shown a doctor, but you know, doctors are pretty busy and they just want to see their patients and get out and all
Waive your HIPAA rights. Get this big time.
that. Yeah. But yeah, anyway. So Zach, what about you? What's the funniest thing you've seen in the gym?
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Recently I saw one of our friends sparring somebody else and he got hit so hard his Skittles got knocked out of his pocket. And we're like, "Well, what are you doing with candy in your pocket?" He's like, "You guys don't train with candy in your pocket?" We're like, "No."
What? What a weird thing to trade with. Do I keep anything that's weird? Like
We were
what?
like, "What is that that just started bouncing?" He's like, "Oh, that's my Skittles."
Did you? Well, I guess Skittles are pretty bright color, but I was like, I was gonna ask if you thought it was like a tooth or something.
Yeah, I looked like Lego studs, man. Like just playing a Lego video
We
game.
were like, "Wait, what was that?"
Oh, Sonic's rings.
Oh, that's great.
Actually, I think somebody did say that in the movie.
I missed that.
Well,
Yeah.
most embarrassing training moment or one of them
Most embarrassing here or ever?
Oh, anytime
ever.
you do something new.
Yeah.
Anytime you do something new.
I don't know. I wasn't really I'd say an embarrassing thing that maybe somebody else might think is embarrassing that I did that it wasn't embarrassing was when I grappled. And I tried to do the shrimping and I don't have the butt muscles to be able to shrimp
Well, I mean,
very
you're coming from a disadvantage with grappling because normally the easiest way to win in jujitsu is to just stand up. And
Ah,
like, jujitsu isn't real, dude. Like, I just stand up. You can't do that. Like,
that's so true. Oh man, that's awesome. Wait, so funniest thing you've seen happen, Adam?
oh, funniest thing.
One of the funniest.
Legitimately punching you in the face. That wasn't a joke, dude. I'll do it again.
Well, that was
Pick some.
no, wait, I'm sorry, I had the wrong question. Most embarrassing.
Oh, no, anytime you're trying something new, it's needlessly embarrassing, and I don't know why. Because we're all in the same boat,
Mhm.
like, something where I've never done this before, you're not gonna be good, but I'm a very visual person, so game film of myself really helps. Like if I go through like a sparring session or something like that, I want to see myself not see a punch coming or not being able to slip a punch or like going the wrong way. Oh wait, was my body wrong? Do I have a tell on when I'm about to throw the jab cross hook? Like I want to be able to see that. So when we have coach or someone show us something and then I got to go and work on it with someone else without being able to see what I look like,
Mhm.
I'm not able to correct it as well.
Yeah.
And it's something where we're all in the same boat, but it's needlessly embarrassing for no reason.
Yeah. I think Zach, did you answer that question? Most embarrassing?
Not embarrassing. I'm still thinking of one.
Oh, okay. Do we have any embarrassing for Zach?
I've gotten bloody noses from a well, I don't know if this is legal. Alleged 17-year-old I was sparring with
Oh,
multiple times.
oh yeah. I think I remember that story.
Mhm.
Do we
And,
have
and it wasn't full out. We were just touching gloves.
an embarrassing story that Zach isn't thinking of that we could fill in for him?
Of Zach?
I don't. I nothing comes to mind.
No, no, he is always incredibly stoic. Let me tell you.
Well, I was gonna. I feel like you have one. No. Okay. Anyway.
I got him to tap for the first time recently after he set me up in the position to get him to tap to show me
Oh yeah, just show
what it
you.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, just show you
So
how.
I was about to get it, then you're like, oh, actually, put this there. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Figure four
what was
is a rear naked chokehold.
oh yeah, yeah.
That is one of the only submissions I know. Like my entire ground game is essentially built around get back to your feet.
Yeah.
So I don't know terribly many submissions. It's mostly where you're at, where it's shrimp, get out here. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, he's going for my legs. Sprawl, sprawl. Ah, that didn't work. Okay, shrimp, shrimp. Okay, you know what? Let's just stand up.
Yeah.
Just stand up.
That's a good rule to go when I'm gonna do that next. Um, do you know how to armbar?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a hard one to set up though because everyone knows that one, and it's easy to tell what you're going for. No, not really. No. Oh, sorry.
Ouch.
Wait, I have no clue what's going on. Well,
was
like
that?
everyone, you can tell they're starting to grab at your arm in a specific way.
Mm,
Like I've gotten a hit with it before, but like yeah, I've gotten hit with everything. Like
yeah.
it's one that I most of the people were rolling with know exactly what you're going for if you start grabbing at their upper arm.
What's the most common grappling submission, would you say?
I don't know.
Probably a triangle, I'd assume.
I want to say Ezekiel choke, just because
Really?
it's easy
Yeah.
to get from. It's easy to get from gi. It's pretty easy to get from Nogi as well from mount
I really only do
and side
nogi,
control.
so
Uh-huh. It's just, if you're, like, kinda cradling their head, like, if this is somebody's head, you're really just, like, threading
Ah,
this arm through and just choking like that. You
ah,
can do that from side, you can do that from mount, and it's really just like a reverse, rear naked. You're just from the
interesting.
front.
Yeah,
So,
I
for those who
only
don't know what that is, you
yeah.
probably have to do another cutaway.
Yeah, right. I only know a few of the terms, like Ezekiel is like, I don't know what that is. So, okay, what about I feel like Adam, you answered this, but do you have a like a dumbest injury? You were
Yeah.
talking about getting a bloody nose by an
a
alleged
bloody nose
17-year-old.
isn't an injury. It's like, dude, every guy under the age of 35 should be breaking their nose every couple months, man. Like, that's nothing.
Okay. So, what is the dumbest injury? And Zach, you're welcome to answer this as well.
I've never been like seriously injured with long time away for dumb stuff. I've just gotten like, dumb tweaks here and there where I'm
Yeah.
doing something I shouldn't have been,
Yeah.
knowing that I shouldn't be doing something and still doing it anyway.
Mhm.
Uh, this doesn't play well with the podcast, but the dumbest injuries that everyone always get are coming back from something too early.
Uh,
Zach mentioned earlier having to be patient.
Yeah.
Every time you do it, okay, no, I want to get back. I want to get back. You want to get back. You're Everyone around you is like, no, don't do it. And you're like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm ready to go. In hindsight, that's always the dumbest injury because you always aggravate and make it worse.
mhm. Yeah. Um, do you have an example, like a story of a time you got humbled?
Every day when I'm here.
Yeah.
It's just martial arts. It's
Yeah.
everything.
Like, and I make a lot of self deprecating jokes here. It's like, I'm better than like someone who's like never come in, but like there's no such thing as doing this sport without getting submitted there, without getting hit in the face, without doing
Mhm.
something that's bad. Like, it teaches you to put your pride to the side. Hey, everyone gets tapped, like
Yeah.
everyone like gets hit in the face, you're going to get touched.
Mm,
It holds a mirror up to you. It just shows you where your gaps are.
yeah.
Um, it's all an even playing field and it shows. Like you could say one thing like, "Oh, I'm the best at this," but it shows on the mat,
Yeah.
So,
To to be clear, you all have never gone into a competition?
I've never competed formally, and I don't want it to make it sound like I have.
Sure.
I've done a lot of jujitsu tournaments.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Mm, about 10 years ago now.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That was but way before I knew you.
Yeah.
Cool. How many fights have you had?
So they are just like competitions. Um, I did 5 or 6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could have done more, but
In those competitions, you just fight one person and then you're done, or
no,
you
it's like a bracket type of deal, depending on who's in your weight class, how many
okay,
people are there. And then you just kind of like go against everyone in that bracket. There's gi, there's no gi.
okay,
And that was just for, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
I'm not
Um,
I'm not gonna call grappling easier on your body, but because of how the trauma your body takes comes from, stuff where you're like the stand up, the striking, really only like once a day for doing some sort of contest. And it's like
yeah.
take a long time off between that. Take a
right,
long time
Yeah.
off. Grappling is, if you get hurt, it's gonna be more joint, ligament, bone rather than head trauma, so to speak.
ah,
So you're able to do multiple in one day. It's exhausting, but
Mhm.
your body is able to take it.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, interesting. So I I think you guys have heard this story, but I'm gonna retell it if in case you haven't, and just for the audience. But we have different combos that we do, like the stand, the dance, and it's a sequence of just different moves that happen while we're just to help out. It's just a sequence of moves. That's it. Um,
Yeah, so when anyone sees like Floyd Mayweather having a clip come together or something like that where he's throwing like 50 punches in a row, it's like, oh man, he looks really good. He does look really good. He is really good. That's not just stuff where it's coming off the top of the head. That's
right,
a pre-planned combo of, okay, I'm going to throw the jab, cross, uppercut, hook, cross, roll, 2-3-2. Like
Mhm.
a lot of these are pre-planned training combos that you want to just drill down because they're going to mirror what you actually do in a situation.
right. Yep. And so I'm working on podcast stuff in the studio, and Rob comes in and he goes, "Hey, have you ever had? Have you?" He says, "Have you ever had firearm training?" And I said, "No, no, I've never done firearm before." And thinking in my head that it was another sequence of moves. And I'm like, "No, but I'd love to. Like, what is it?" And he just looks at me and he's like, "Are are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why? What is firearm training? Like I wanna I wanna do the firearm instead of the dance or the stand or whatever." And he just walks over and he takes out his phone, puts his hand on my shoulder, and he goes, "All right, can you repeat that again?" And I did. I did on camera. I was like, "I don't understand what firearm training is." And he goes, "Follow me." And so out in the gym, Rihanna's out there with a gun, and they have like these fake bullets, and they're firing at a target, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I don't know why, but like when Rob talks to me, I immediately think like, why would I have thought firearms? Like
Mhm.
I don't know, but anyway,
He's really good with a lot of weapons too, like
yeah,
swords, bows,
nunchucks.
nunchucks. Oh, seeing someone who actually knows what they're doing with nunchucks is so cool.
Yeah, that's I mean, the mace work as well, like, it's such an obscure thing. All my guests, every guest that comes into the studio, I'll go out there and show them the maces before the podcast starts, but no one's seen those
Mm.
before, and it's
And for those of you who might not have seen it, it's not like a knight's mace, a knight in shining armor, where it's a stick with a chain attached to a spiky ball. This is, imagine a metal rod with a weighted ball attached directly to the end.
and it
It's like
doesn't
one
have
big
spikes.
stick.
It's like
Yeah,
swinging a
no big
kettlebell
spike.
on a stick.
Kettlebell on the stick is the best way to
Yeah.
think of it.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, it's the that's probably the most fun non like punching, let's say, thing that I've gravitated
He
towards. So
has a blowgun too.
oh yeah,
Really cool.
I have played with that. That is fun. All right, we're back. Quick break. Okay, so it is time for the wheelie bad jokes segment. Here's how it works. I'm going to tell you a joke. I want you to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. If you have a joke back, feel free to tell it, and we can do the same. Are you ready for wheelie bad jokes?
We're wheelie ready.
All right. At work, hold on. At work, I like to change the M and the M, N and the M. Hold on, let me start over. At work, I like to change the M and the N on people's keyboards. Some say I'm a monster. I say I'm a nomster.
That is a good
That's a
one.
good one.
So what's it got to do with wheelchairs?
Nothing to do with wheelchairs. Get that mic closer if
Oh
you don't
man, I
mind.
was thinking it was jokes related to wheels, and I was gonna say, well, I keep a few in rotation.
No, that's a knee slap.
Okay, I
That's
got
good.
one though. Okay, so
Wait. Hold on. But before you do that, how would you rate that joke?
Mm,
0 out of 10.
What?
I'd
I,
give it a 2.
Okay,
okay,
soft too.
so it's a really bad joke though. So it's got to be on that. No, I don't care how you rate it, but
Oh, it doesn't have to be. I just thought that's what you were doing.
0 out of 2, a 2.
2 out of 10, yeah.
Wait, I don't get the reference. That was just what I was doing.
Oh, I just rated it a 2 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it sounds good. Okay. So Adam, do you want to go with yours first?
Okay, so going off of that, I would say like, okay, so a man in a wheelchair walked into a bar, And the bartender says, "Wait, how did you do that?"
That's a good one.
That's actually a great one. I've not told that on the podcast before. I can't believe I haven't heard that joke.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All your
Anyway,
dad joke T-shirts too.
yeah, 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 right. Well, I would rate that a 10 out of 10.
10
that
out of
was a
10.
pretty dang good joke.
Appreciate you.
Zach, what's your joke?
What keeps a person in a wheelchair from going down a hill in the rain?
What?
WD-40.
Oh, that's good. I like it. Well, how would you rate each other's jokes?
I'd give you a solid like 8, 9 out of 10.
Okay, all right, all right.
Okay, okay.
Give you a 5.
Oof.
No, I'm just
Dang.
playing. It's an 8.
Wow, my joke was the worst. That's okay. I get most of my jokes from Logan Lyle. He's on Instagram. He tells jokes all the time. Love him. Go follow him. So, okay, so let's play a little game next. It's kind of fun. It's who's most likely to. So it's between the three of us, and we can obviously talk, but I'm curious what you guys' responses will be as well. So who's most likely to become famous?
Well, we already know.
Yeah, hopefully not me with these Instagram reels and YouTube shorts.
Uh, who's most likely to get canceled? Adam for doing my gym videos and punching me in the face and
I do every now and then forget when I'm wearing one of your wheelchair joke shirts out and about in public, or I have to like step into Lowe's or something like that, and I'm like, I got friends in the community.
yeah, I still have yet to create like a matching able-bodied wheelchair shirt that is like both people can wear at the same time, or just one that you're not like, don't look at me, I'm not with a disabled person, please.
It's not funny if they're not here.
Yeah, you just look like an a-hole to everybody that you walk by. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess me would make sense since I'm publicly doing this
You're putting
podcast.
out content.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about who's most likely to get arrested?
Out of us 3?
Yeah.
Uh, probably you, Zach. Probably skills. Yeah, no. I feel like someone could push you around into a bank heist.
Yeah.
Use you as a decoy.
Yeah, using me as a decoy. Yeah. It's him, it's
It was
him.
that guy.
Yeah.
He would
That was
suspect him.
another really bad wheelchair joke.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, there's a bad joke of like why'd the bank robber get caught? Why'd the disabled bank robber get caught robbing a bank or something? And the joke is he couldn't get his wheelchair disassembled and into the car fast enough, something like that.
Just blunt.
Yeah.
Hey, why did the bank robber get caught? Because his legs didn't work.
He couldn't run away fast enough.
Ooh.
Okay. What about cry during a movie?
Oh, that's definitely me.
Oh, really? I'm
Yep.
a big crier, dude. I'll cry during a lot of kids' movies more than like adult movies that are supposed to make you cry.
Bro, Marley and Me, worst one ever. Cried. I hate to admit it.
I going into this, I was gonna say me. So that's interesting that we all chose.
We all got a sense of like emotion, like we know who we are.
Sometimes we just need a good cry.
Yeah,
It's cry day.
interesting. What about forget an important date?
I'm a big calendar guy.
I would
though.
say
feel like
me.
not me.
I am
yeah.
a calendar guy, but if it doesn't make it in there, I will not remember
Ooh.
it. So this was in the calendar.
Yeah.
But oftentimes if I talk about stuff like, yeah, I'm all jazzed up, let's do it. And then I forget like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that and put that in there.
I want to
So-
put me in the running for that too. I don't even want to say on the podcast what date that I forgot because it could get clipped and yeah, it's bad. It was a pretty important date that I forgot. But anyway, um,
My sister likes to also say that I cried at the end of Spy Kids too. I'd like to put that out there.
Was
what
that the one with the island?
I think that was the first one. What was in the second one? I can't
Wait,
remember.
was that the video game one?
I don't know now. Well, the running joke between us was that I cried at the end of Spy Kids too, and she got all my friends to believe it, and they were making fun of me. I was like, guys, that's not true though. And then I was like, okay, well they believe it, so I'll just say it's true.
have you guys seen Pay It Forward?
I have not, no.
No.
Great movie. It's Kevin Spacey and I believe Haley Joel Osment.
Okay, I've heard of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Definitely cried at the end of that. I'd say one that I'm like embarrassed to admit that I cried to. It was a chick flick called A Walk to Remember, and it
I
had
know that movie.
yeah,
Mhm.
it had Mandy Moore in it.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, what about for who's more likely to start a cult?
Oh, to start a cult.
I feel like I'd join a cult before I started one.
See, I know
Yeah.
too many of the signs. I watch a lot of cult documentaries just because of like, how do
So
people
I
do
think you'd
this?
be able to start one. I would join you. I'd be the first follower, and the first follower of
Yeah.
a cult has to be the hardest follower to get.
It seems like starting one's a lot of work though, because one, you have to brainwash people with like an ideology. I'm like, I don't have anything good enough to say to like make ideologic, you know? I could be like Bill and Ted's Awesome Adventure, be good to
I
everybody.
mean, maybe that means I have to start the cult.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Okay, I will accept the role thrust
I
upon
mean,
me. I'll
you would
start a
you
cult.
would know how to like the business
Do
of it.
the business aspect of the
Yeah,
cult.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah. You
Yeah,
could do the
get us
social media of
qualified
it.
for a religious exemption from taxes or something like that.
Oh
come
my
come
gosh.
join our cult, everybody.
Join
Oh,
us.
nice. uh,
And then you gotta, like, be responsible for the rest of the ideology, like, "Oh, I don't know,
No, you can make it up as you go. That's the whole
right,"
point.
but it always ends up with, like, the male leader.
yeah.
All right, next question.
Yeah,
Draw the conclusions from that.
yeah, look up any cult, you see how it ends.
Oh my gosh.
They never meet the aliens.
They
I
never meet the aliens, and I'm always excited to see it happen. Sorry, keep hitting the table.
see. I was gonna say Zach, but I think that's because it would. It's almost like least suspecting or something from you, and you're just like, yeah, I'm chill. This is a chill group.
Yeah,
Let's
and for me, it was like the question was start a cult. Like it doesn't count the one I already have going.
Right, right.
oh my gosh. Somebody clip that. And tag his Instagram.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, we're going back. I'm the one getting famous.
Yeah, yeah. Adam becomes famous for starting a cult.
I'm just waiting for that documentary on how it all started, like, 20 years later.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, who's most likely to win a reality TV show?
Oh, me, I know how to game it. I've been watching a lot of reality TV, okay? I don't think you understand. It's a whole type of mentality. You just gotta win.
Yeah?
You ever seen the show Traders?
No?
Yeah,
Okay.
it shows all the details.
Adam, do you have any counters to
Yeah, I
that?
just go on like Love Island and play ping pong the whole time, man.
Right,
Like,
right.
I don't know, dude.
I'm here for the vacay.
Yeah.
Like Survivor, that's not really surviving. Like, I mean, I would win that show if it was all about surviving, but like, Love Island, yeah, I don't game like that. Traders, it's all about
This
like
hobby has almost like ruined that for us because like in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, the producers aren't gonna let us die on set because like when
right,
we're doing you're grappling or something like that, it's like, oh yeah, you could be put in real danger, you could be put in situations, but in the back of your mind,
right,
you're in a controlled environment.
right,
People that have never done dangerous things in a controlled environment, yeah, they'll have like that psychological response where, oh, this actually is something that's crazy, but it's like the challenges on Survivor would be hard, but like
yeah.
as far as like getting over fears, like
I think it'd be tough to deal with a bunch of people who are just like awful to be around. Like, I'm here to
Yeah.
do challenges, man. I'm here to like survive.
Mhm.
Like, the show alone, technically reality TV, but like, they all are their own cameramen. They're all filming themselves, like, survive. Like, that would be my jam.
Mm.
Not being around a whole bunch of people who are fake that are like, this is all fake reality TV. Like, I could do it. I won't be happy about it, Like, I'll just be hanging out, eating the whole time, maybe, like, having a beer, you
Yeah.
know?
Uh-huh.
Like, with the one I watched, there's, like, this lake, they gotta do this challenge. I'd just be hanging out at the lake the whole time with my fishing pole, like, catching fish, hanging out, having a good time. You guys go do your reality TV BS. So,
I feel like you would get kicked off. I would imagine before.
I'd play enough so I could just have that time to myself to just kick it. Yeah,
Okay,
I could
okay,
feign it. I
okay,
could feign it.
okay.
There's
Interesting.
how much time do you need off from work in order to go on a reality
Well,
show?
aren't they paying you? Or does it just depend
Yeah,
on the show?
like, I don't want, like, a resume gap, like, I'm just talking to
No,
another
I don't
job or something,
either.
it's like, "Yeah, so why weren't you an accountant for 6 months?"
Well, do you watch TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
I
you familiar
ki
with Fear Factor?
Oh, I could do that one. There's not many things that, like,
Mhm.
make me fearful.
I think I could do that one too.
You say it now, like, some of them are scary, but it does come back to, like, the me and you especially, Zach, like, would have be able to have in our back and of our mind, this is a controlled environment.
Yeah.
I could eat worms, though.
Oh, yeah, I can
I
do
could eat
that.
worms, I could eat scorpions. I've eaten scorpions.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I've eaten a worm.
I've never eaten a live scorpion.
And no, I haven't eaten one live. I would know how to eat one live, though.
I mean, a stinger would get you, right?
You gotta pull stinger off.
Oh, do they let you do that?
Oh, in the show? I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
I was
know how
gonna
to do
say,
it,
like, if
like,
they don't let you do that, what's the point of the show, man? That's just called, like, being French.
we were hiking in the desert one time and I found a scorpion, and I would know how to eat it because I watch a lot of Man vs. Wild, but I did not eat it. I let him be,
Oh,
but I know how
okay.
to do it.
Interesting.
Oh, they got the pinchers too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's true. One reality show that I've watched is Love Is Blind.
What's that one
And,
about?
and oh wait, wait, real quick, going back to another reality show. There's Beast Games. I really liked Beast Games. I
Beast.
didn't think I
Oh,
would.
is that the Mr. Beast one?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that guy.
and they were saying I think it was like a month or 6 weeks, and like some of them lost their job by the time they went back, and some of them just quit. But
Did they get reimbursed?
well, no, so like each contestant I think got like like maybe $1,000, not a whole lot, but like if you
No,
win, it
no,
was for
that's
That's not
$1,000,000.
even worth cutting weight for a company
but,
competition for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Love pizza too much.
Yeah. Um, but so Love Is Blind is fascinating. I'm like a huge human behavior type of person, and it's interesting because you have a wall and there's like, I don't know, 15 girls, 15 guys, and they meet like with this wall between them. They can't see who they are at all.
Mm.
And they in order to get to the next step of the competition, you have to build a bond with somebody so much so that you're willing to propose to them before you even meet them. And then they meet for the first time. They send them on like a vacation. Then they go into their family, and then like the whole shtick is at the altar. You can say I do or I do not.
Mm.
And what's really interesting,
What a place to get cold feet.
right? Well, what's kind of fascinating is from reality shows that people have gotten like dated or married or whatever else, it's got the highest percentage of people who are still together. Now, a friend told me that statistic. I don't know if it's true or like fully or not, but of the people who did get married at the altar, there's a lot still married at this point, which is
But they
Mm.
said something where, like, 20% of successful marriages is higher than 10% on other shows.
Yeah, I think it's probably like that. I don't know what the percentage is. I think it's probably like 70 or 80% of the people that got married are still together. And
That's
normally,
higher than national average.
yeah, and normally each episode is like there's 5 couples that they like end up getting married and go out to the and sometimes there have been more and they've just either not included them or they just didn't film them as much. So, yeah, it's a fascinating,
It's
like
all fake.
you think it's fake?
Bro, I know it's all fake.
I I don't know.
Love?
Yeah.
No, the shows.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
But
Alright.
I think if I were to do a dating show, that's probably the one that I'd wanna do.
Love is Blind.
Mhm. Yeah, so, anyway, um, let's let's move on to the next one. Who's most likely and I feel like I know your answer, and it saddens me a little bit, but who's most likely to quit MMA first?
I mean, wouldn't it be you?
Yeah.
Maybe me?
After
Well, like,
that.
define quit because, like, I never really got started if you wanted to get from, like, a technical aspect of competing or anything like that. Like, I
Well,
just do it as, like, a workout.
we'll say
Same.
train MMA.
Mhm.
But yeah, me because I have quit and I haven't gotten
Well,
back
you you
since
you're
my
you're
credit.
recovering from an injury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's interesting. I've never internalized it as an injury. Of course it is, but it's more like I've been just calling it head issues because
Yeah.
I don't really know like what happened and there's no root cause yet and all
Yeah.
that. So anyway, yeah, I would say me. Get into a stupid argument with somebody online.
Not a
Mhm.
big argue with strangers on the internet guy.
Me neither. I'm not
Right.
even an argument in person.
Maybe
That's
just the
true.
fact that you have
Ass
that you
aggro.
put out, Zach Wheels, you put out so much content, like, you have more interactions with everyone. I don't view you as an arguable guy, but there are more instances throughout the course of your day, throughout the course of your life where something could happen than
Right.
me or Zach.
True. And there are some like let's say controversial disability takes that I have that I'll absolutely throw down with somebody on. And
Right.
I've posted comments where people have posted back and
Can
Mhm.
you drop one of those here? Or is that off pod?
like one of the interesting discussions that in what's kind of surprising, not surprising, is TikTok is where people comment the most
Yeah.
on the shorts. It's a younger audience, so I guess it's not too surprising. But I posted a video of Abby Marsh and I talking about. I asked her. I said, "Do you think uh, businesses should be forced to make their places accessible?" And now there's ADA, so if you build a business now,
Yeah.
they have to make it ADA, but
Yeah.
they're
Mhm.
grandfathered in older businesses, right? So and she's someone who's paralyzed from like the basically the neck down, um, and she said, I wouldn't want to force them, but I'm tired of going in. I'm tired of going into the back door of restaurants or something like that.
Yeah.
That's where the clip ended. There was a lot more discussion,
Yeah.
but there were people online that were like, if businesses aren't accessible, they shouldn't be in business. And
Mhm.
I'm like, whoa, like that's an extreme view.
Right.
And that tells me that that person's not a business owner
Right.
and all that. So
Mm.
I completely like I think my stance is maybe a little bit more lenient than maybe the majority of the disabled community where like I don't unless there's an answer that doesn't affect businesses and the disabled community at the same time, I'm reluctant to say businesses have to. Now, if they want to pay that money, then sure.
Right.
But
Everything has nuance, and that's lost a lot of the time.
yeah,
ADA, I don't think anyone would argue that it's not a net good for society. We have
Right.
people that are facing certain challenges that should be allowed to partake in society to the fullest extent. All of a sudden, if you are a, $250,000 top line business that is faced with a $15,000 expense that you have to suddenly face, well, after your cost of goods, after a lot of your overhead, you might not physically have that money. That is a legitimate hurdle. That's not me saying, like, oh, and therefore Walmart shouldn't have to do something.
Right.
No, like, there are niche cases where ADA, net good for society. I don't think anyone would argue against that.
right.
Some of the complaints, though, I think should not outweigh the needs of people who have just as much of a right to participate in society as us have.
Right.
That doesn't mean that they're not a legitimate thing to think about.
Well,
Hmm.
let's say it's like a cool niche restaurant that the only way to get there is like steps that kind of go into like the basement of a building. You know, like
Right.
there's one downtown like that.
Mhm.
I don't know that's ADA accessible. I've never checked in on it.
Yeah.
But like I think people who, you know, um are wheelchair users should be able to get in there because it's a cool restaurant.
Mhm.
But, you know, do they necessarily have the means to make that accessible for everybody? I
Mhm.
don't know.
And I
So,
am neither disabled nor an architect. So
right,
those are two things of you need both of those people in the room when you're doing stuff like that.
right,
It's important to have a lot of subject matter experts
right.
because it can get very dicey very quick.
Well,
Does that also mean like the Hamilton County Park System has to make all of their hiking trails wheelchair accessible? How do they do
right.
that? Do they just pave it?
Right.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I like nature just as much as everybody. And
Right,
yes, it's nice to go in nature, but like to see just like a cement path in
right,
nature is just not something that I want to see.
right,
Even. So,
right.
I feel like you would really enjoy the Everglades because of the nature of how it is that it's all boardwalk.
mm,
Yeah. Hot
yeah,
as
Because
heck
you
though.
can't be walking on the floor in like a marsh.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. The other thing that I struggle with is these people are saying yes, absolutely. It's like the hierarchy of what is important to me isn't the same hierarchy that's important to you. And so it's like, what if and again, this is complete hypothetical, and I don't think most businesses are doing this, but what if there's a business owner that is trying to raise as much money as possible for cancer research? It's like that's a pretty noble cause. So he doesn't have his place accessible because he's trying to put all of his money towards cancer research. So
Mhm.
it's like there's a hierarchy here, and why should my hierarchy of needs be priority over someone else's priority of needs?
Right.
And so yeah, it's just a really nuanced and interesting question that I don't think we have the solution for or can. And there was a lot of other topics and comments on like what to do that I did like, but I don't want to get into them on this episode. It'll
No,
take too much
it's all
discussion.
very nuanced. Like you mentioned earlier, the businesses that were grandfathered in. If a building was built before the ADA passed, they might not have ramps. All of a sudden, they're not even going to start putting money into their stairs because if they need to have new stairs, they
Mhm.
would then need to become ADA compliant.
Yeah.
I don't know the way around that. Again, net good that we want people to be able to participate in society to the full extent.
Right.
I
Anyone that's saying, "Oh, I am an expert on everything," is an expert on nothing.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so back to who's most likely to. Um,
Oh, dang, that's a transition back.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Who's if we did if I did videos with you, started videos back up, who's most likely to go viral again?
Do I say me?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, and it would be me for punching you in the face again.
Yeah, again.
Send me that clip of me kicking you at some point.
Okay, I will. Who's most likely to survive an apocalypse?
Oh, that's
Oh,
me.
that's Zach. Yeah,
Totally me.
that's Zach.
Okay, just because you watch the survival stuff?
No, man. I think about this stuff every day.
Okay, cool. Most likely to get lost.
Probably me. Like
Interesting.
with a map. Yeah.
You would get lost with a map.
Oh yeah, no, that's a joke.
Okay.
No, like I go on a lot of adventures, man. I go on a lot of side quests, so like I don't know where I am like a lot of the time.
Okay,
I can
interesting.
normally meander my way back to where I'm
All who
supposed to be.
wander are lost,
Yeah.
Ah,
except this guy.
I can't not use like a GPS to get places. Like
Oh, so it's you.
yeah, I would say me, but I don't know. I have not been around you enough for like driving. Let's take a road trip, and we could take turns driving, and then then we can figure it out.
okay. Well, the nice thing about like a road trip is that you know you can if you know where cities are on a map, like you just go to the next city. It's like, okay, I want to get to Chicago. Where do I want to go? Well, I'd probably want to go to Indianapolis for all the signs say where Indianapolis is.
Mhm.
Yeah, a road trip, by the way, without a GPS. Like we
I
I
could
could
do
get
it.
to the city that I'm trying to get to. I couldn't navigate within the city.
I could do
yeah.
it.
I don't know.
I mean, if I had like MapQuest or something like that, if we count that, I could do it. Or
Yeah,
give me a big road map, just
no
not
maps,
GPS. No map, no
no
road
map.
map. No.
A triptych
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
is AAA thing. It'll
Oh,
plan
okay.
out your route for you.
Oh,
You take it with you on vacation.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
on like a flip notebook.
even if I saw a map of directions beforehand, I mean, I suppose I could memorize it, but it would take a while. It would take a
Mm.
lot. Anyway, let's get into a little bit more serious topic. What is your stance on failure?
Um, I mean, it's only failure if you don't learn from it. Like, no one does anything perfect.
Love that, Zach.
I mean, it's only failure if you stop trying.
Yeah,
Don't be, what's the definition of what was it called? What's the
insanity.
word? What's the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing over and over, trying to expect different results. Like,
Yeah,
to me, that's a form of failure. But like, as long as you're trying, as long as you're working, as long as you're, you know, attempting to solve the problem, that's not failure.
yeah.
Thomas Edison, told you this before, has found, 1,000 ways to not make a light bulb. He found one that worked though, and that was the incandescent.
Mm.
And, he just didn't give up on it. So,
People would call him successful,
yeah.
even
Yeah.
though he failed.
Yeah. But the first, 10 times, he probably felt like a failure,
Yeah,
but he wasn't.
yeah,
Failure is just when you stop trying, when you stop giving a damn.
yeah.
Others people will say, like, you do better when you take a break away from it and you find the solution. That was like the Archimedes eureka moment.
Mhm.
So he took away from trying to find the equation for buoyancy, and he's like, man, forget this, I'm just gonna go take a bath because I need to anyways. He takes a bath, something's floating in the water, he's like, oh snap, that's buoyancy. That was his
Ah,
eureka moment.
ah,
So yeah, failure's just never giving up, man.
yeah.
Don't
Uh,
not getting down on yourself.
I like it. I heard once somebody say that grit is the most important
Yeah.
indicator of success,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and that's kind of like like people who have grit definitely fail a lot, and then they learn. And
Mm.
it's I've really enjoyed talking about failure on the podcast and like success with the podcast question of like what keeps you rolling forward and all that. Um, one one kind of addition to that is talking society as a whole.
Mhm.
Do you think society is softer than 50 years ago?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's not always a bad thing, but I
True.
mean, yeah.
So it's interesting. I've had Dylan and Wyatt on the show,
Mhm.
and I one of their arguments was you have I don't think that they think like kids or like adults their age in their early 20s. I think Wyatt was even 19 at the time, but I don't think early young adults, they said growing up with social media
Mhm.
is quite
Oh yeah.
possibly one of the hardest things
I
that
buy
they've been
that
able to do.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. No, like 100%. That is incredibly hard.
And so it's interesting because I initially thought, yeah, like we are a lot softer. And one of the examples that I brought up is like people's sensitivity to words. Like there's specifically with the disabled community, it's like I've had people on my podcast that say don't use the word handicap, and I think that's ridiculous.
Mhm.
And then there's the politically correct word of like individual with a disability, and it's like can we stop talking about words and like talk about action for the disabled community? Like how can we make the world more accessible and all that? And it's like screw words. And then it's like I feel like we're trying to train everybody else on, like, what words to use
Mm.
instead of training the people who are hearing those words, like the disabled community, to, uh, to let those words roll off your back. Like, we're
Right.
teaching people to be offended by the word handicap, and I don't think that's a direction that is good that we're going.
Right. I mean, definitely nowadays with social media and growing up with it, like, one, you see things that are fake. It's not real.
Yeah,
And, there's, higher rates of like anxiety and depression because people think that that's reality when it's not. They're like, why is my life not like that? What am I doing wrong?
right.
And it's cyclic. But also, like, one good thing I think it's done is given a voice to a lot of people who normally don't have it. Um, but, now, like you said, it's kind of like moving the goalposts a little bit.
Yeah,
It's like, rather than being traded what you learned from what you were young, like, hey, don't let these things bother you. Don't ever be, um, be proud of who you are.
mhm.
Don't be ashamed of it. It's starting to be like, okay, but you can't say that. And it's like, okay, I get it. There's some words and terms that are bad and outdated, but
Yeah,
like what you said is like, all right, well, that's how I grew up, either not wheelchair bound was the term. It was always like handicap or wheelchair user.
disability.
Yeah, and I just always thought it was funny too because my cousin's in a wheelchair. I always just said he was riding a wheelchair like it was a skateboard,
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but that's how I grew up with it. And people are growing up with it totally different, but I think it has gotten a little like softer in that aspect 'cause it's like, "Oh, you can't say that." Like, "Well, what did I say that was wrong?" And then
Right.
someone can't describe it. They're just, like, angry about it, and they don't know why they're angry about it. And then there's this whole, like, miscommunication where even now, if you're, like, in the workplace and it's not anything that's, like,
And
offensive, they're
part
just
of
like,
that
"I don't like this."
is social media because when we were coming up in the social media age, it was still somewhat of a monoculture.
Yeah.
If there was a meme that was popular, different pockets of internet cultures would have their different spin on the meme, but it was still bad luck Brian at the end of the day. It was still all of your rage faces and whatnot. There was some homogeny to it
Mhm.
because of the proliferation of the internet. A lot of these pockets are suddenly separated.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to be like, you're talking into an echo chamber. I'm not going to be that one who demonizes it.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is easy to forget that the community that you're interacting with online is a very small niche in the picture of humanity,
Yeah,
where these things of how we go about our lives, some of the words we say, some of the things we do, are not necessarily what the general public does. So
mhm.
when we're exposed to something in the general public we're not familiar with, it does sometimes feel weird. It sometimes feels, oh, wait, is this a social norm that you might be breaking? That
Mhm.
is a social norm from the community I'm from.
Mhm.
What's going on here?
Mhm. I also I wonder if people today avoid failing more than 50 years ago, let's say.
Mhm.
There is a lot more risk. When we had one guy who was about to take his first amateur fight, I remember one of the guys was hyping him up, and one of the things he mentioned was, You got to win this. You got to come in. You got to come in. This is going to be on video and that will live forever." That
Mm,
was something he actually said to try and like hype him up. It's like, you can't come into this half. He actually said, this isn't 50 years ago where you can lose a couple fights. And if you want to go pro, you got to do this. It's like, no, like everything lives forever now.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a different world.
it is. Yeah, so you both said that you think society is softer than 50 years ago. Uh,
Softer as in, um, you no longer have to pick yourself up by your own bootstraps. Sometimes I do think that it can be coddling to an extent sometimes, and I feel like
agreed.
everyone should have to feel uncomfortable. I'm afraid that people aren't comfortable with discomfort now, but I do think that there is a greater emphasis on making sure everyone feels seen, which is
Yeah.
a net positive. Again, nuance in these things.
Mhm. Zach, you have anything to add?
Yeah, man, I think there's a definite, like, comfort crisis.
Mm,
Um, and there's a book about it, um, where like we work in like a building with AC. We go home, we have AC. We want to take a hot shower, cold shower. We have access to that.
Yeah.
And like, you know, and then when we're bored, we just get on our phone rather than like walking to go do something. Or when we were kids, you know, um, younger adults didn't go play ball. They
Yeah.
got on their iPad,
Mhm.
and it's just the crisis of comfort. Like we don't know what hardship is,
Yeah.
and you know, as society moves forward, we try to make it better for the next generation, but
Mhm.
also feel like that the next generation is confused about what they should be protecting, or like what they should feel like that they need to stand up for, because it's, you know, everyone can get so offended so easy, and there's such an easy way to miscommunicate where it's like, whoa, I just tried to do something good, why did this get misconstrued into a different way, you
Right.
know?
Right.
And the internet's one of those places,
Mm,
like you said, but
mhm.
I think you should just give an effort. Like if someone does something that you're not comfortable with, are they coming from a good place or a rough place? If someone's
yeah,
giving an effort, that's okay.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. So let me ask you this. I think the question is kind of obvious, but the question is why do so many people avoid difficult things? And I want to elaborate on that briefly. Like I don't know that I ever was taught that if you try and fail, that's a good thing if you learn,
Yeah.
right? And
Oh.
and it's kind of puzzling to me. So I'm just curious, like with the question and what I just said, like
Mm,
what your responses are.
Entropy, homeostasis, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we are great apes with smartphones.
mm.
We are not always as perfect as human beings as we give ourselves credit for. It's easy to
Perfect
think
because we
that
don't
we're,
try at hard
yeah,
things.
that's it. Like we sometimes like to think that we're omnipotent, but at the end of the day, we're 200,000 years removed from being hunter gatherers, less than that,
Right,
where, hey, you have a psychological dependency of only burn calories if it's going to get you meal,
right.
only burn calories if it's going to benefit you somehow.
Mm,
Laying on the couch is the natural thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see like cats, dogs, anyone laying on a couch unless they're gonna do something that like goes and benefits them. At the end of the day, we still have these psychological tendencies to want easy because easy means we're safe.
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I think also like because of that easiness, you know, people are not also like, wait, there is hardship. I can like, you know, all this like someone who isn't, you know, study shows someone who isn't as active, like they suffer from a lot of depression and anxiety. Oh, I can mitigate that with doing hard things. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's not like going for a hard job or like going for like, you know, I gotta do an Ironman. I can just go work out. Like that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, a lot of people don't want to do that because of that comfort. They don't want to feel discomfort from it
Yeah.
because they've had it so easy, or of how society has made it.
Yeah.
You know, I just think there should be I think there should be a mandate where not a mandate, because that would be like, you know, government, but like
Yeah.
everyone should at least try something difficult. They should like work out to stay healthy, because it's
Mm,
difficult to do that. It's difficult to maintain a regimen. It's more difficult to suffer from like diabetes and, you know, sleep apnea
yeah.
and deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah, since I switched my mindset on failure, I'm so much happier. And
Mm,
you were kind of talking about like mental health and all that, and like
yeah,
it is a dopamine hit to like scroll through Instagram or whatever, but it's also like a huge dopamine hit when you win after failing for so much for
right.
Getting
so long.
comfortable with failures is one of the best things that you can do. And like doing this helps. Like I there's always going to be someone who's better at some aspect of like martial arts than you. Like me,
Right.
I do strength training in the mornings. Every single morning, I say, okay, I'm going to put up this weight 10 times. And every single morning, I will be going on 8 and trying and trying and trying, and my muscles give out.
Yeah.
And
Right.
every morning before I even hit the office, I start with failure.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that's okay.
'Cause
That's okay.
then
Like,
at
it
the
gets
end of
you
the
ready,
day,
like, because 'cause I'm not gonna be perfect in my day job. I'm not gonna be perfect in all my relationships. I'm not gonna be perfect in anything I do.
right.
But so long as you just keep moving forward, learn from it, and try and be better,
Mm.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
That's important to start your day with that because then it's like, one, your endorphins are kicked in, and that's like the best thing ever. You have just it affects everything. You have such a different outlook. You know how to like, and what I found was like, you can solve problems easier just because you've had that like, you've already tried to solve the hardest problem, but it's like, oh, this next problem's easy. I know how to fix this. I just got to answer this call or answer this question. You
Mhm.
know, and that's something I've been trying to do more. But since I've been hurt, it's like trying to get back to that. I'm trying to get back to it slowly because I take my mornings to just do like easy motion and like, do my own physical therapy. And, once I hit the office, I'm like, okay, the time I took care of myself, I needed. I feel good now.
Mm.
I can move on to this next thing. Whereas like, I'm not all pissed off because I couldn't do something for me and now I got to do it for like, yeah, whatever like my job description is.
Yeah.
So, um,
Someone listening is hearing you say doing things in the morning like that. What do you say to someone that says, "I'm not a morning person"?
Or shift work,
Then do
yeah,
it
that's
yeah,
tough.
do it at night.
You
Mm.
find whatever space you need. Also, sleep is a thing. You
Mm.
need sleep. There's
Mhm.
no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, there's some crazy humanoid out there that doesn't need sleep as much. Like, good for you. But,
Mhm.
sleep is key. You find that space outside of that though. Like, um, you know, cut off the scrolling, cut off like the other things that aren't serving you, and you can
Mhm.
find that space to take care of yourself.
Find something you enjoy and stick with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's strength training, maybe it's going for walks, maybe it's running, maybe it's martial arts, maybe it's swimming. It could be a whole host of things. Not everyone is going to like everything.
Right.
I don't do a lot of like the workout stuff that I don't like to do because at the end of the day, I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I'm doing it
Right.
because it makes me feel good.
Right.
I'm not going to go be a professional athlete.
Mm.
Mhm.
If there's something I don't want to do, I don't have to do it.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah. Interesting. So one of the things for anybody that doesn't know, I was a big fan of Jordan Peterson's early work when he's talking about self help and stuff like that. And one of the things that he said was choose your suffering.
Yeah.
And I really like that because he goes on and says, "Listen, like you can lay in bed all day watching TV,
Mhm.
but you're gonna your health is gonna eventually suffer, and that's
Right.
gonna be bad for you. It's just completely unhealthy to do that.
Right.
Or you could go to the gym, and as you're lifting those weight, it's like, ah, this is horrible, blah 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 blah, right? And like it's like you can choose your suffering, and it's interesting because I think the next question is, and I think the answer is yes, but is suffering necessary for growth?
Yeah. I
Hmm.
think it is. That's that hardship. That's the struggle. That's like, no
Tough.
one on earth has not had struggle.
If you're not failing every now and then, you're not pushing yourself hard
Right.
enough.
Yeah.
Because, like, what are you learning from it
What are
then?
your limits?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's I love that. I think that's so true.
And then if you find your limits, how do you know they're still your limits?
Right.
Ah, yeah,
Don't be afraid to fail more than once,
Mm.
so long as you're going about it a different way.
Right.
yeah. Don't be afraid to fail more than once, as long as you're going about it. Uh,
A different way.
Well, that's interesting to me because I don't know that I that fully fits because I suppose it kind of does, but like let's say I'm just trying to get a faster time on the 100-meter dash. It's
Mm.
like if I train every day, I'm doing the same thing over and over and over, and I'm getting better results every day because I'm training.
Are you listening to a new coach? Are you doing something to change your stride? Are you doing certain exercises that might make you faster? Are you
Yeah.
learning how to get off the blocks faster? Even if you say, "Oh, I'm running every day," you're not doing everything exactly the same. There's
Yeah.
different
Mhm.
aspects that you're gonna be focusing on and trying to
Mhm.
improve.
Mhm.
Different people you're racing against, they got different techniques, different coaches, different strength and conditioning, nutrition, like, that all goes into it.
True.
And it's different ways of going about it, like, you need to rest.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to go hard all the time, and, I mean, I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie, that was, like, one of my downfalls, and, you can't go 110% 24/7,
Yeah.
in anything.
Yeah. What what's the limit of trying something and quitting?
The limit.
So
As in how many times can you fail something?
so like what's like the way I'm thinking about it is like pursuing something and then I don't know that I would necessarily define it as quitting. It's just choosing a different direction. Like, oh no,
Oh,
this isn't for
pivoting,
me,
yeah.
kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, I mean, some things kinda force you to do that, and, I had to see that where I've had to pivot, and,
Yeah.
it's not what battle was it in history where they said, "We're not, retreating, we're just, attacking in the other direction, or we're
I don't
advancing in
know.
the other direction." It's not
Oh.
necessarily like retreating either, you have to find a different way about it. I was training to be like a doctor. I was gonna be a physician assistant, and, I didn't pass one exam.
Hmm.
That one exam dismissed me from something that I had worked, 10 years to get to.
Mm.
10 years of my life. I threw a lot of things to the side. I threw jobs to the side. I threw relationships to the side, wanting to have kids. I put that all on hold because I wanted to do this one thing. And because I couldn't do that after that, I suffered for a long time mentally to try to figure out what's the next step. Am I still fit to do this? Am I still, do I still think what I have what it takes? And how am I going to do this? I really contemplated getting out of medicine and just, I thought about moving out of the country. The first thing I did was I got my passport together. I was like, okay, well, if this didn't work out, I'm moving. I'm running away from all this.
Mm.
But I figured out I can still do what I want to do. I can still make it look what I want it to look like, and I can pursue this other thing, which isn't retreating. To get back to be a PA, I would have to find the funding, which now that's like gone away, and I would have to find a program that would take me.
Mm.
And those are two very difficult things to find. And
Mhm.
for me to keep doing that, you know, it's not failure. It's not certain. It's not written in stone.
Yeah.
Whereas like pivoting to this other thing to be a nurse, I know how to do these things. I know how to fund it. I know how to pick it apart, how I mistakenly did the last time, going hard all the time, studying, working out, not taking a break, not taking any time for myself to recharge and let it sink in. Now I know how to do that, but I'm attacking it in a different way. I'm attacking it in a way that, I know the gaps now of what I had and what does work. Um, so it's not attacking um how I did the last time. It's not even retreating. It's pivoting to the next thing.
Yeah.
So, um and that's not failure. That's movement forward and figuring out how to do it more one efficiently and healthier.
Mm. Yeah. What about we talked about grit being uh, an indicator of success, um, and that indicator is the so. What if you didn't have that roadblock, right? What if it was like an endless roadblock? Like you see people on American Idol, for example, and they're like, "I'm gonna keep singing," and they're the worst singers ever, or whatever. And it's like, they're gonna keep trying, and it's like, well, at some point, you got to choose a different path, and that's the line that I'm wondering about. Is like,
Define your wants and your needs. Is it going to interfere with your needs?
mm,
I mean, if it's not going to interfere with your needs, then
that's
there's nothing to stop you.
yeah,
And your why. Why do you keep getting up to do it every day? Like what makes you keep rolling forward to do that? Like that has to be defined too.
mm-hmm, Yeah.
That has to be defined and solid because it's like martial arts. You can lie to yourself all you want, but once you get on the mat, it shows.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. That's great. Okay, so there's a lot more stuff that I want to cover, and maybe we can do that in Zach and Adam part two. But a
part
couple, yeah, part two. Couple questions. Just to kind of wrap up. Um, what's on the horizon for both of you?
Who knows? Live life day by day, figuring out what the path is still, man.
Mm,
Mhm.
I love that.
enjoying it, enjoying the path wherever that goes.
Mm,
Still working towards my goals and what I want day by day. It's not going to happen overnight, but having fun along the way and just enjoying life,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's great. What's something you hope viewers get out of talking to us together?
A sense of hope and knowing that failure is hope.
Mm,
Like knowing that it's okay to not always do everything perfect every time. To
mhm,
know that, hey, some days I am going to take those steps backwards, but I have a lot more days where I'm stepping forwards than I am stepping backwards.
Mm-hmm.
mhm. Love that, Zach.
Don't let the like words that you hear echo in your mind of failure.
Mm,
It's movement forward.
mm,
You might hear that to yourself, but that's only you talking to yourself. That's
mm,
only the words that you hear. You're your own worst critic. And you should not wait for someone to speak those kind words to you. That needs to be you because that's what's going to keep you moving forward.
mm,
That's what's fueling you to keep chasing what you want. Be
mm.
good to yourself and hear those things and see those things about yourself.
Love that. If you are wanting to put your socials out there, now is a good time. Adam, can you repeat your
All
social?
right, plug to the Instagram. That is CoyneAdam on Instagram.
Cool. And it'll be in the comments. Zach, do you want to put out any socials?
You know where I'm at.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, everybody. First of all, I just want to say thanks for coming on again. It's been a blast. Hopefully, everybody else liked the humor, the mix of humor and seriousness that we put in there. Open to feedback on what the next topic or segment you all want to hear when Zach and Adam come on again. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Any final words?
Let's keep rolling forward.
Keep rolling forward.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining the Rolling Forward podcast. If you like what you heard, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Especially if you're a regular viewer and you like what I have. Follows really help. And if there's someone that you know that really that you think would enjoy this episode, please share it. That also really helps. Leave a comment. I definitely want to know what you have to say about the episode. Anything that we talked about, whether it was purpose or who's most likely to. Let us know. And if you want a shirt, a funny shirt, the one that I'm wearing is, you know what I can't stand. You know what I can't stand. Punctuation matters. One of my favorite shirts. I think we were in the gym when we came up with this shirt. So definitely a great shirt. You can pick this up at where, Zach?
Rollingforward.printful.me, I do believe.
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
you're
I
absolutely
answered
right.
that question right.
Yeah, you did.
Interesting. What
Roll,
was that again?
rollingforward.printful.me. Pick up
Uh,
the shirt. And until next time, everybody, keep. Oh, my mouse is upside down. That doesn't work. Until next time, everybody, keep rolling forward. Bye, everyone.